Hi guys, Topical Friday. It's an honor, or it's an honor rather. It's Topical Friday, and I have with me here Daniel by name. It's an honor to have him here. Daniel is an IT professional, but we're not going that way. IT security.
Yeah, IT
okay,
security.
He's an IT security professional, but we're not doing that this morning. We're talking about dignity in labor. This was prompted as a result of a recent post on Instagram on how some of these public officers they go about their job, especially those on the road. We're not going details into that. So we just have to talk about dignity in labor. Like, what dignity do people bring into their job? How do people perceive their job? What do they come with into their job? So we're starting with let's say, okay, what do we really understand by dignity?
Dignity is quite the quality of being worthy of respect and honor.
Okay.
So so if I can, so that's why I think dignity is being. So you have it's being worthy of respect and honor. Basically, that's the.
Okay, like yeah, it has to do with the quality of maybe as an individual,
Yeah.
and also what you represent at that time.
Yeah.
It could be your work, your family, but whatever you represent at every point in time. Meaning, okay, let me just say this way: if you're working from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., either in the public or private sector, we see that, and you're under the confine of your workplace, you should have a level of dignity when it comes to your job.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yes.
Okay, let's go into that. So let's talk about dignity of labor. Like, why do people really work?
So people work for different reasons.
Okay.
But major reason is because people want to eat.
Okay.
Okay, so you want to earn something, you want to achieve something. So for people who want to later on get job, be entrepreneurs, sometimes you want to start with work that they can get money to start their businesses. And so for some other people, it's all about the societal influence.
Okay,
Some
yeah.
people, it could be generational trends, like you see, oh, my father was a pilot, my great-grandfather was a pilot, I also want to be a pilot and stuff. So that's a trend. So some people have plenty of people have different reasons why they go to workplace. Some other people have, the reason why they go to workplace is because they want to make a difference.
Okay, yeah.
That's one of the key things. Some people want to make a difference. Some people become doctors because they want to save lives, not because of the pay they get, but because they find that when they save a life, it gives them more satisfaction to the job than just when it's the end of the month and they receive an allowance on their credit on their account.
Okay, I'm going to go to you now as an individual, as an IT professional. What is actually required of you in doing your job? First of all, like because your last conversation incited this. Like, okay, people work as doctors because they want to save life. You as an IT professional, so I know you have a value to create, value to render. People need your services. Like, we know the world is even a global space, so the place of IT is like top notch. Yeah, it's like top notch in all aspects of life. So what dignity as an individual do you bring to your job?
So for me,
Yes.
IT has always been it's been fundamental for me growing up.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I started when I was 7. That's the first time I had.
Oh my goodness, this is so good to hear.
The system. But at the same time, I think IT has really changed the face of work in the world.
Okay.
Has changed the way people see things around the world, and diving into IT still opens more doors and opens more opportunities like we see now. Before, back in the days, you didn't know what mobile phone was, you didn't know what teleworking was.
Yeah.
But now it's like at the click of a button you can just make calls outside the country and everything.
Yeah.
So I think IT is changing the face of it, and being at the center of it is what was really important. And security for me, IT security for me has been a very big place because people are transacting with their data here and there, and they want to be sure that they are secure, their data doesn't fall into the wrong hands. It can cause some problems to them in the future or even in the present. And for companies, it can cause a lot of regulation, regulatory fines and stuff.
Yes. Because they actually regulate rules and regulations guiding every profession.
Yeah.
Okay, so what would you advise people right now? What level of dignity should they bring into the jobs? We all have our jobs, whether in the private sector, public sector, in the informal world. Because sometimes in the public sector, we see a whole lot of persons. You go to offices, what should be done seamlessly. You just see people want you to, in one way or the other, do something for them before they assist you, which is sometimes really not so right or not so good. So, but I don't think we really have to go into that, but this happens a lot.
Yeah.
So, generally, for a better country, for a better workplace, what would you advise people to do? What level of dignity should they put into their jobs?
It's okay to think that when you work, you get money to take care of yourself first of all, which is fundamental.
Okay.
Provide for yourself, provide food, shelter, and housing. Those are like fundamental needs. But when you go into the workplace and you're looking for a way of making it difficult for others to get what they need, then it becomes a problem. Imagine you going to the hospital to get treatment, and then the doctor says, you know what, apart from the fee that you paid at the door, you're going to pay another fee before I even say a word. So you're not creating that value you're supposed to create in the society. You're only creating another speed bump for someone who has a need to go into. So it could be like in the public sector, you want to start a business, you need to get some kind of papers or licenses, and then you go into the public space, and then you say, oh, you have to pay this, you have to pay that, you have to pay this. This business I'm opening is not just going to create opportunity for myself. I'm going to employ people who are going to be able to feed their families and all of those things. And even when you start a business and you're coming to create more speed bumps, you say, oh, you have to pay this. You're only creating more problems for the person. The person can't pay the salary of his employees well, or you can't even pay them properly because he has to consider all those petty things that may
insignificant, will take it.
So for me, I feel if you want to get a job, earn the pay, take care of yourself, do the work. But if you feel that doing the work is not what you want to do, you can as well leave the job because one of the things that if you impact someone's life while you're on your lifetime, it can go a long way. Imagine you saving someone's life, or like a doctor saving someone's life, and then the person comes out the following day to come and maybe invent the cure of maybe coronavirus that we're looking at right now. And then it's just a trend. You don't know who the person you're talking to or you're interacting with in your place because you're working is going to be tomorrow. So it's better you just create that value for the person at that point and not take undue advantage of the person, which is what happens most times in the economy.
Yeah, I totally agree with Daniel. Thank you. Daniel, like we already see, is an advocate of whatever you find to do it very well. Do it properly. Give it your best.
Yeah.
I think that's his mantra, and that's what got us into this topic. That if you do not, if you think this is not what you want to do, that you feel, oh, I cannot. You already know your pay. You know you've been given terms and conditions of employment. If you feel I cannot do this job, this is not what I want to do, leave it for them. Let the next person who wants to do it, let them come and do it. And if you're ready to do it, give it your very, very best. So what is your last words to our listeners?
So I'll just quote the scripture in the Bible, just paraphrase it. It said, do it unto God, as when you're doing work, you do it as unto God and not unto men, because God assists the final reward. So if you're so sure you're working, then do things to people when you're related as if you're relating to God and not unto men. Don't do eye service because your guy is beside you or something, or don't collect bribe when your guy is beside you. Do it, just be the same person every time, you will be fine.
Thank you so much, Dan. It was a pleasure having you here, and it's also very good to hear you talk about this. We hope To our viewers and listeners, we say thank you so much for listening to us, and we shall come with more of this topic for you. It's a very interesting one. I say bye to our
bye,
and you have a very lovely weekend. Bye bye.